Okay, hello fam. Welcome to another segment again with Emmy John, and today we're going to be talking about reharmonization. I'm going to make this lesson very brief and very interesting. As I promised you last time, I'm going to make it very easy and very simple for even the least musician to understand. So, without wasting some more time, let's dive into the point. Don't leave this video without liking, subscribing, and commenting. Show me that you enjoyed this video by writing something on the comment section. I'm waiting for your comment. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video as soon as possible to Facebook, WhatsApp, and to all your friends. And also, don't forget to join our ongoing 6 months intensive piano training. Topics like these are more digested in the 6 months intensive piano training. It's not very costly. It's very affordable for every musician. And it's in a time like this when I'm ready to give out majority of the concept and ideas in my hands, I feel it's time for you to grab it. Thank you, and without wasting time, let's sharply dive into it. Okay, so reharmonization. Reharmonization is a topic that has proven so wide, so vast, and so complicated for many musicians to understand. And by God's grace, I'll do my best to explain it in the simplest way in which I understood it. Reharmonization. What do you mean by reham? You must have heard somebody talk about reham. I love the reham he did over that song. I like the reham he did. What do we mean by reharmonization? You find out that in reham, we have ham. So we have harmony before reharmonization. So harmony simply means the basic chords or components of notes that come together to accompany a melody. So, like I did, these are just melodies. Every single note on the piano is a melody. The way you choose to voice them, that's where harmony comes in. And the way you decide to alter or give the basic harmony a different color is what reharmonization is talking about. So in these little minutes, we're going to be exploring what is reharmonization. Firstly, I did this. Practically, so I reharmonized. Somebody will ask, why do we call that reham? Why do we call that reham? Or how is it reham? So somebody will ask, why do we call that reham? Now, it's reharmonization because it has altered the actual simple harmony of that song. Basically, when playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, basically the simple triad for that is, or the simple harmony is this. That is the basic harmony for this song. But now to reharmonize means to change it entirely, to give it a different color. So when reharmonizing, we find out that it becomes more complex. It becomes more ambiguous. It begins to sound more different from the natural or from the normal way we used to hear it. That's what reharmonization simply means. When reharmonizing, there are different tools we use in reharmonization. I'm going to talk about just 3 things you should look out for when reharmonizing. Number 1, make sure you are familiar with the melody of the song you want to reharmonize. Again, I'm talking about 3 things you need to look into when you want to reharmonize a melody. Number 1, make sure you are familiar with the melody of the song. You cannot reharmonize a song which you don't know the melody. That's number 1. Number 2, make sure you know the chord changes of the song, or make sure you know the actual harmony of the song. You must know that the harmony, if you are still struggling with the basic harmony of a song, then you cannot reharmonize the song. Number 3, make sure you know how to use different chord changes over just a particular melody. If you listen to what I did, I was able to pick just a melody and apply 2 or 3 chords or 3 harmonies to it. Now let me talk about harmony. Many people are hearing, what do you mean by harmony? People are hearing harmony, they may be asking, what do you mean by harmony? Harmony is also the same thing as chord changes, chords. So a harmony is just a combination of two or more notes coming together to form a chord. So we can call it a harmony because it's coming together to form a sound which is union together. So we call it harmony. So in our regular environment, we call harmony chord. So you can also see it as chord or harmony. But it is in music term, it is best to use harmony. So somebody will ask you, what are the harmony of the song you are playing? Can you spell out the harmony? They will not say, can you spell out the chords you are playing? You can also use harmony. So that would be a nice thing for you to chip in. Don't forget the two works hand in hand. You could use chord, you could use harmony. But in the Western world, so long as you want to be a good musician, you must get used to harmony. So when I'm using harmony, you shouldn't be confused. Okay, so in reharmonization, we have looked at three things that are very, very important when reharmonizing. Number one is know the melody of the song. Number two, know the actual chord changes or the harmony of the song. And number three, know how to use different chords over the melody. Over this melody, there are different chords I could use over it. Let me get down to the key of F. Over this melody, I could use this. I could do this. I could do this. I could also do this. I could also do this. I could do this. I could do this. I could do this. That is particularly how exactly reharmonization is built. You must be able to take a melody and interpret it differently. That is only way you can be able to reharmonize a song. Again, pick a chord or pick a melody and begin to try out different chord changes over it. So let's say we want to do what song are we going to use? Let's use want to do this. You must be able to pick all these notes and interpret them differently on different keys. I was able to do a melody as this. If you discover what I did here, I used just simple this melody and I was applying different chords to it. How? I could see this as a 7. If this is a 7, then I'm in the key of B flat because this is a 7 of this. So I can do this as a major 7 or 9. As a 9 chord. Exactly. You must also see this melody as a 3 or as a third. If it's a third, it's this. I could see it also as a 5. It can be a 5. It can also be a 1, a sharp. It could also be a 5 chord, yeah. Yes, it could also be a 5. It could mean different things. It could even be a 1 on its. Okay, it could be a 5. Yes, it could also be even a 1 on its own. Yes, it could be a 1 on its own. It could even be a 2. Yes, it could be a 2. So that is particularly how voicings are really built. So particularly that's how voices are really built, and that's how reharmonization can grow from. So particularly how I used to do when I'm trying to learn how to reharmonize a melody, I begin to pick different melodies and begin to say, what if I see F sharp as a 5? If F sharp is a 5, what chord will I use over it? So if F sharp is a 5, what key am I on? This is a 5 of what key? You find out it's a 5 of B. So I could do this. It could be a 5 major. It could be a 5. It could be a 5 as this. It could be a 5. So it means that if I'm playing a song that has this, I could decide to see this as a 5. I could even decide to see this as a 2. So I'm trying to make the melody a 2. Or just doing everything I'm doing under this same melody. Sometimes I do this also as a 7. Again, one more time. So that is particularly how exactly reharmonization is built. So if there's nothing you were able to understand in this video, I want you to understand that there are 3 things you must understand when you want to reharmonize a melody. Number 1, you must know the actual melody of the song you want to reharmonize. Number 2, you must know different chords, or you must know the actual harmony of the song. Then number 3, you must be able to pick the melody of that song and change it. So reharmonization has so much to do on the melody of the song. Don't just pick the song and be playing the same chord. Begin to pick different approaches of chord that could work over this. You could decide to pick a chord and pick 5 different chords over the same melody and try to see what it gives you. That's where reharmonization is built, and that's from where I did this. Exactly what I did. So I just picked the melody of the song. I started using different approaches to see that the melody sound more different from the regular one. So I wanted to pick yours, pick a different melody. I don't want to clone you down to my own perspective of reharmonization. I want it to be free, explore, pick your own melody, and begin to pick different chords. But make sure that in the long run, it brings you down to something more structured, something more interesting, and something more sweet. And that is the way you will learn to develop your own structure of reharmonization. Thank you, and God bless you. One more time, I'm going to do exactly what I did again for those who need it. So this is what I did. C sharp minor 11 to F sharp 7 sharp 5. Then I did this to A flat minor 11 to C sharp 7 sharp 5. So more like I'm doing a 2-5 2-5 2-5 movement. That's one thing about reham. There's a part of reharmonization that has to do with 2-5 2-5 2-5. So there's a part of harmonization that reham that talks about 2-5, and that is the perspective I use to derive my voicings over this Twinkle Twinkle Little Star reharmonization. So I would like you to pick yours, work on it, develop it, and then be able to create your own feeling over several songs of your choice. I repeat again, for more lessons, for more deeper approach, for more deeper understanding of this, hit me up and join 6 months intensive piano lessons, which is going on, where I take my time to teach weekly and to explain concepts like this, how the actual works, note for note. Thank you, and God bless you. Amen.